Is December the 14th, 2022, and we are here with some raw emotions on this Good Wednesday.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And what I want to say is right now, before we even get started, is we are not the copyright holders of Talk About It Tuesday, but we definitely are some trendsetters of Talk About It Tuesday. The original trendsetters of Talk About It Tuesday from our area, because I've never seen nobody else say Talk About It Tuesday till I started using it. Okay? So with that being said, if you are inspired by our Talk About It Tuesday, can you at least give us a props? Can you shout us out? Can you say shout out to Be Brown Revolutionary and Sunshyne?
Like, give us an ad. Like, we don't mad. Like, we just want our friends.
And this ain't no flex.
We do
It's
this.
a big flex. So with that being said, honey, we finna get right into what we got to do, because at the end of the day, people gonna copy off of you and do what you do regardless. Come on with it, Shayla. Facts on facts on facts, baby. It ain't nothing else to be said about it.
How you doing? How you
You are
doing?
a trendsetter. You got to understand, honey, that people are gonna copy you. You know what I'm saying? So don't get upset about it. Just keep setting trends.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Yeah, because see, you looking like one of those people from that list.
What list?
Girl, so hold on, let's get into this tea, honey. It's it's a list on Facebook of 100 people that don't like a certain female. Girl, I don't even really know. I knew a few people on the list. I don't really know these people like that, but it was brought to my attention and it tickled me.
I want to know.
It tickled me because, girl, when I tell you she went in on that list, I'm talking about she named them 100 people.
Off like bang, bang, bam, bam, bam.
I'm talking about it was not a game. And girl, it tickled me. It tickled me because let me tell you what tickled me more than anything. I had to pull it up because at the end of a lot of them, she said hater, admirer, enemy, op. So
I mean,
come on with it. Come on with it. And I mean, I don't know everything about the situation. Don't get me to lie. But what I'm gonna say is on that one little part right there, hater, admirer, enemy, op. Since you're on to something, honey, holla at your girl. Let's get these t-shirts popping. Let's get these t-shirts popping. Hater, admire, enemy, op.
Oh, that's a bar.
That's a bar.
Bars. She got bars.
So, with that being said, sis, holla at your girl so we can get the t-shirt popping.
Period.
So, baby, when I tell you that tickled me, I do not know these people like that. I promise you I don't. But baby, that's the part that stuck with me more than anything. Because people will be all of those things
and above.
And they'll be hanging on to you.
Mm-hmm.
Hater, admirer, enemy, op. And they'll be hanging on to you, child. Mm-hmm. Hey, Helen is in the building. Thanks for coming through, Helen. Let's get into these topics though, y'all, because we got some topics we want to discuss. And thanks for coming through, with us, because, with basketball season going on, Talk About It Tuesday is just up in the air. We do it how we want to do it over here. You know what I'm saying? So when we don't do Talk About It Tuesday, we're going to jump into the raw emotions, okay? Because we're going straight off the dome, off of what's popping right now, and we just give out full-fledged raw emotions. You know what I'm saying?
We just try to get in where we fit in. You know what I'm saying? Like slide.
To the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. Crisscross. Let me see you clap your hands. Okay.
All right, we done. We good. We're back.
All right, y'all. So we have something that we want to discuss about Stefan tWitchBoss, untimely death.
Yes. What is going on?
Yeah, I hit it and you hit it. So
same time.
That's what's going on.
Okay.
So, for a lot of people that don't know who he is, this is the same guy that was Ellen DeGeneres' DJ for a long time. That's the only way I really knew him. I did not know that he was a dance guru, because
Like legend.
I've been like this. It's been tunnel vision for me right now because I got a lot going on. I'm trying to focus on self. So I see stuff and I don't see it. But I know that this man was a great DJ, and Ellen always gave her regards on how good of a person he was.
He was a phenomenal dancer. See, I've known Twitch since So You Think You Can Dance, and this was years and years ago. So You Think You Can Dance is actually where he met his wife Allison. Like they're both alumni to the show, and that's where they met. So I've known him since he was for years. I've known about him. I followed him. I've watched him and his family grow. I've watched his career grow. He's from being like a regular street dancer to being on the show, a choreographer. Like he was such an inspiration, like such an inspiration.
Well, after I went and did a lot of research on Mr. Twitch, I come to find out that he is a native of Alabama. He is from Montgomery, Alabama, and he graduated from Lee High School. And for anybody that know anything about the Gump, Lee High School is like one of the well-known high schools of Montgomery. The fact that he is from Alabama, that made me want to say, let me check more into this Twitch guy. And y'all, he was a good person. So with that being said, something just don't seem right about this untimely demise to me.
Yeah, well, his wife said that she went to LAPD and said that he left the house without his car, which was really odd behavior for him. And then they found him in a hotel motel room in LA
with a gunshot wound,
a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, I don't know. I can't get into this. And, we had a brief conversation about this situation, and we was talking about how basically what could have drove him to this. And the more I start thinking about it, the more I feel like nothing drove him to this. Something happened.
You think so?
Yeah. Look at him. He do not have a worrisome spirit in his eyes.
I mean, he doesn't, but it's like you never know what people's demons truly are. Sadness doesn't look the same in everybody. Like you don't see the sadness in everyone's eyes all the time or feel it in their spirit. Sometimes the saddest and the most hurt people emote such joy and brightness and positivity because that's what they need in their spirit. So they need to put that into the world because their own is just like turmoil.
Well, I agree. I agree with you on that. But I also want to say that he had a lot of great things going for him. What could possibly have happened to invoke him to do something like that? That's why I'm feeling like, it's something else a little bit more going on here. I don't have the answers. I don't know, but I feel like it would definitely come out. And I told you earlier about Robin Williams. Williams had a sad look in his eyes all the time.
Always did. You could see the deep sadness in anything that he did, even in his happiest movies.
Yeah, he always had a sad look in his eyes.
Exactly.
And Twitch just didn't have that in his eyes, and I just don't know.
Anyone that spoke about him said what a joy he was, and how positive he was, and what light he was, and his innovative mind and his thought process. Like everyone spoke so highly of him. And even the days before his passing, like his TikTok, his Instagram, like nothing would lead you to believe that something like this was going through his mind at the time.
And he also just had a birthday, 3 children, spouse Allison Holker. He's, acted. He's produced.
Mm-hmm. His birthday was just yesterday, and they just celebrated their anniversary as well.
Right, and he just was 40 years old. So, at the end of the day, I just do not agree with the S word. I don't agree with that. I don't feel like especially when you have children, like
Mm-hmm.
that's really selfish to do something like that when you have people depending on you. Now I'm not going to say that people, don't have mental health issues that may need addressed to help
Mm-hmm.
them with that type of stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying is, I just don't think that's a way out for anybody. Everybody has problems in their life,
Mm-hmm.
and when you take that route, to me, that's the coward route. I'm not saying that it was his story. I'm just saying this is my very strong opinion, because I done been through some stuff. I don't even care to speak on it. That's how I finally have buried it. One day, maybe I can tell my story. But at the end of the day, I had a lot of times where I didn't know if I wanted to be here anymore, because
Mm-hmm.
I felt I so misunderstood. I felt like people were so judgmental, and people can really get to you, especially
Mm-hmm.
people when you think that people love you. And I ain't talking about in no spouse type way. I'm talking about in a way where people claim they're your friends and people supposed to be your family, the people that's supposed to protect you and love you. They don't be doing those things. They be downing you, hurting you, putting you down, making you feel less than. So in the back of your mind, you start trying to say, well, dang, why am I even here then? Like, God, why you ain't put me with these set of folks? Or why am I even around these set of people? You start to question things because you're trying to figure out, what is the problem? What have I done to these people? Why is they acting like that? And let me tell you this, it's not you, it's them. It's not you, it's them.
Most definitely. I can understand. And most people do think it's a coward's way out. And more often than not, it can be seen that way. Sometimes it is the only way that people feel that they can deal with the traumas that they are going through themselves. It's about their suffering, which is selfish in itself. However, it's the pain that they are going through is just so paramount. They just can't see no way out. They see there's no hole at the end of like the tunnel. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like that the only thing that they can do is remove themselves from that pain, that hurt, that trauma, whatever they're going through. Some survive because whatever God they pray to, whatever entity it is, find that they have more to live for and they have another purpose. And thankfully some find their purpose from that situation, and others just find that quote unquote peace that they are looking for in taking their own lives. You never know what he was going through internally. Like we never know.
Well, this is true. I'm not here to judge him at all. I'm not even here to even really judge the situation, because I don't think that they got it right. I think I'm gonna say I know that the situation is much deeper than what we see. It's more than meets the eye.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do know. So, just prayers up to his family and his kids, because you will never be able to teach your children what they need to be taught
Mm-hmm.
from childhood to adulthood. Children need their parents.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they need their father. So, and I hate this happened. It really kind of shook the world, because people just wasn't expecting it. Like, it's like, what? Why? What? So it is
Yeah,
what it is.
I know when I saw it this morning, the way I jumped out of bed, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. It was like, I felt like, I have family down in Alabama. So it felt like my cousin from down south had passed away. You know what I'm saying? So I felt that, and I had watched him for so long that I just felt like it's a loss. It's a loss. It's definitely a loss to the
It
people that
definitely is.
follow and love him. Truly, truly was. It was a definite loss to people that knew and loved him. He had so many followers, him and his wife, his children. They had a beautiful family. And it's just like, you never really know. You never do.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, On to the next subject. Child. What is going on? What is going on, honey, with this Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, and Miss Kelsey's trial, honey?
It's a debacle.
It's a big debacle, salacle. Honey, it's a hot message, okay?
It's all the ockles.
It's all the ockles. All the ockles, baby.
It's ocked out. It's ocked out.
So I'm about to play some of the things that will give you an idea of what happened in the courtroom today from this lawyer that was at the trial. Why they ain't got this on TV, baby? This is way more interesting than a lot of stuff that's on TV right now. Like, we need to be able to see this because it's unbelievable.
Like,
and let me say that Meg was sharp. She was sharp in her purple yesterday. She was sharp. And you know purple is royalty, honey.
And my favorite color.
Yeah, purple is royalty. So, honey, it's just so funny to child. Let's get into it, honey. Let me go and pull this up because
I want to see the drama.
The drama. And while I'm pulling this up, let me say this because this ain't got nothing to do with what I'm about to pull up. But quit using God to do your dirty work. Quit doing that. I'm so sick of you people trying to put God in front of your dirty work. Stop doing it. Stop, because when God put that strike on you, baby, you gonna be done had enough. When God put that thunder down on your back and break that back and crook that mouth because you keep on playing. Keep on playing. Keep playing with God. That's all I'm going to say. Keep playing with God. Keep on. Keep on. All right. So I see you got your Talk About Tuesday mug.
I always do.
Okay. See, I ain't pull mine out because, once again, this impromptu, child, I've been trying to catch up on all of my stuff I got going on for the holidays, but I definitely got my Talk About Tuesday mug in the building. All right. So
I'm good. I'm chilling. I got myself together. I had a good vacation. Good vacation.
So, Lawyer for Workers says Kelsey has never told her side of the story. She will be telling it to the jury in about 10 minutes. Buckle up. So, child, here we go.
Oh my God. When we walked out of that courtroom just now, every single person was shocked. Every single person was frozen. A lot of people were looking at me like, bro, tell me what is going on. Kelsey took the stand. Before she even started talking, there were fireworks. This started with Kelsey coming in and saying she is invoking her Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and not testify. When someone invokes the Fifth Amendment, they have to be invoking it because if they were to testify, they would be giving testimony that incriminates themselves. She said, I will not testify because I would be giving testimony that I'm incriminating myself. That's what it means when she invoked the Fifth Amendment. Now, the government offered her immunity. They said that we will not prosecute you and use this testimony against you, so please testify. Her lawyer came back and said, well, that's not good enough. I don't want you to just not use her testimony against her. I want you to confirm to me that you will not prosecute her for any crimes arising out of this instance, out of this situation. The prosecutors said, yes, on the record, we will not be charging Kelsey for anything that came out of this incident. And then she testified. I'm going to go over the whole testimony in the next video, but here's the piece that we just left off at lunch. The courtroom is, I can't even explain the tension. They asked her, at one point, did Tory ever say that I'll shoot you? And she said, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right, which suggests, they asked her, what's the context? When did he say I'm going to shoot you? She said, I invoked the Fifth, which suggests that the context was Kelsey was doing something, perhaps Meg was also doing something that would incriminate her. That's the context. That's what I get from it. That's my opinion. That's my read of it. For those of you who have been telling me that I'm biased and that there's only one angle to this story and that a man pulled a gun and shot 5 times at another woman and that the prosecutors haven't charged him with attempted murder, but I'm biased. If you believe the story that a man pulled a gun and shot 5 times at another woman, he hasn't been charged with attempted murder, and now you have another woman in the car saying, I plead the fifth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
All right, so that's part one, y'all. Listen, what do y'all think about this now?
He ain't never lied though.
What do y'all think about this? I mean, he really just laid it all out there. And do y'all think that she is protecting Tory or she is protecting herself?
I think she's protecting herself, and I always have thought she was protecting herself. I'm not going to lie. Although, I mean, both of their hands tested positive for GSR. Like, so how, if only he had the gun, then how did it, like, what did he grab her hand and there was like transference of residue or something like that?
Well, it had to be both of them handled the gun. They both handled the gun. Somebody shot it and then somebody grabbed it.
So who shot it and who grabbed it? Because I don't know. I've always been confused with the hush silence death grip they have with the whole situation.
Right.
Like
right.
You don't know what to believe.
Right. And then another thing, the fact that she cannot be charged.
Exactly.
Like, baby, that was a player move. That was so player. Let
me tell you something. I get immunity. I want specifics in my immunity deal. I want every dot, every T crossed, every I dotted, every punctuation mark correct, and then I'm dropping all take because I can't go to jail.
Right. So she can say what she wants to say now, baby. You're gonna tell the whole story. Either way it go, I don't know. I feel like she still got some loyalty to Tory Lanez. I feel like Tory Lanez paid her.
I mean, they paid her, and then they had an intimate relationship together. So you know how that goes sometimes.
All right, let's listen to what else the lawyer got to say.
All right, you heard the bombshell from this morning. Let me catch you up on the rest of Kelsey's testimony. They asked her, how are you feeling? She said, I don't want to be here. They asked her, what's triggering you? She said, quote, lies from Megan. She was asked, what lies? That I betrayed her, that I am a bad friend, that I took hush money. She was asked, how do you feel about the allegation that you shot Megan? She said, that's ridiculous. She was asked, how did you meet Tory Lanez? Me and Meg both met him at the same time at a Rock Nation brunch. She continued that after they met, Meg wanted to hook Tory up with Kelsey, that did happen, that Kelsey and Tory were engaged in an intimate relationship, that Kelsey got COVID, went back to Texas, and during the time she was back at Texas, having left LA, Tory and Meg started getting it on. They talked about the night of the incident. They got to Kylie Jenner's house around 3 to 4 p.m. She was a great witness, by the way. She answered everything extremely knowledgeably, extremely truthfully. I believe every word she said. She never seemed like she was trying to hide something, except when she pled the fifth, of course. Now, she's clarified this was not a party. Those were just people hanging out. There was maybe 5 or 6 people before Tory got there. There was a lot of alcohol. She said at one point she did pass out. When she woke up, Tory was there. They were all in the pool. They were having fun. She confirmed a lot of the speculation. Tory was hooking up or trying to hook up, flirting with Kylie in the pool. Meg was very agitated, trying to leave with Tory. Tory did not want to leave. She contradicted Meg's testimony. Meg said, oh, I don't remember ever leaving once and then coming back. Kelsey testified they all got in the car. They left without Tory. As they were going, Meg is rambling, being just weird, and then says, oh, I forgot my slipper. Let's go back. They all go back to get her slipper. Then they grab Tory. Kelsey didn't go in at that point when they went back. But when they came out, Meg came out with Tory, and Meg said to Kelsey, bitch, Kylie told us it's time for us to go. Tory drops the bombshell that he had been hooking up with Meg. Kelsey did not know this. The first time she learned this is in that car.
Wow.
That's when the argument ensues. That's when just lots of arguing is going back and forth. The prosecutor really tried to pin it down and make it look like the argument was only between Tory and Meg, and Kelsey was adamant that, everybody was arguing with each other. It was a mess. She confirmed that Meg was dissing Tory's career, his skills as an artist. This stuff all crescendoed. The prosecutors asked her about, was there ever a threat made by Tory to shoot? She said yes. Prosecutor asked her, what's the context? She said, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. You can only invoke your fifth if the testimony that you are compelled to give will incriminate you, meaning that the context around the threat, if Meg will not tell us, if Kelsey tells us, it would incriminate her. All right, you heard the bombshell from this morning. Let me catch you up.
So let's talk about that.
So, like, my whole thing is this. Why, and it has always been this. If this is what actually and factually happened, why isn't she just telling the truth? Just point blank, period. Like, and I mean Meg Thee Stallion. If what you say happened, and it went down the ways, I don't care who you are, boo. You put some bullets in my feet, you're going to jail. Big jail.
And then you don't want to talk about y'all had a relationship. Girl, don't nobody care that you sleeping with the little troll, baby.
Nobody care about that
now. Baby, we all know that, baby. And Tory is a good artist, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I feel like you lowered your standards, my girl. So,
yeah. And do you remember that truth? You remember the shady post that Kylie Jenner posted like the next day?
What did it say, good?
It was like something about saying like so blessed to be able to walk in something like that. And she got a picture of her foot in the sand. Shady boots. Shady boots.
Yeah, she did do that shady boots. Yes, she did.
Well, I'm just saying. If it really, and then girlfriend was like, and see, because Meg, girl, you had lied it again. Talking about something you just left because you wanted to leave. And something about your wig. When she said, she told y'all to get out.
She said, time for y'all to go. Yep. I want to give a shout out to Brenda Brown Media and Photography is in the building off of YouTube, baby. And as you can see, you can send super chats during the live stream by hitting the $ in the right bottom corner. Let's make that a thing. Y'all support us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you don't send but 50 cents a dollar, baby. Baby, it all comes and adds up in the end, y'all. Support us. Like, we the home team, baby. We the home team. And like we ain't gonna stop. Like, this just the beginning. When next year pop off, just be ready. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, back to what we're talking about.
Yes.
To me, Meg finally got into a good space because to me, she was a mess at one point. Like, while all this was going on, she was like in a whole mess. Like,
she was still grieving and things like that. And then you add this all tumultuous situation to the situation, and it's just like, yeah, I'd be a mess too, boo.
Yeah.
Like
but she was making a lot of bad decisions. And, you know, I'm not here to judge her because, baby, we all done been there. Baby, she just wasn't seeing the light. But she was making some bad decisions when all this stuff was going on. All right, let's hear what else he has to say.
And it gets crazier. We are on a 15-minute break. Got to get back into the courtroom very quickly. I sat at 12 o'clock directly in Kelsey's line of vision. I watched her testify. I watched her deny that Tory threatened to shoot her. I watched her confess that she lied to the police when she said that. The reason why she was lying to the police, the investigators, is because she wanted to protect herself.
Mm-hmm.
OMG. The rest of the testimony that we just saw in the after lunch session was a prosecutor holding on for dear life to a recording between her, a police investigator, and another LA County prosecutor, and Kelsey, and just replaying that recording and saying, Kelsey, didn't you say this? And Kelsey saying, I did. Kelsey, is that true? And Kelsey saying, no, I lied. Did the LA County prosecutors give Kelsey immunity? I think so. They did, didn't they? That's what I reported this morning. That's what I saw in this courtroom. Does Kelsey sound like a believable witness? No. Is Tory Lanez accusing her of being the shooter? Yes. I'll tell you something. That jury, most of them, it looked like they had their mind made up. I don't know which way, but they saw that person say that I lied about all that to protect myself. They're going to hear that there was gunshot residue on her. And it gets crazier. We are on a 15.
Right. So, in my very, very strong opinion, child, Kelsey did it, child.
I always thought she didn't. Always.
Kelsey did it, child. Kelsey had enough. She said, B, I'm finna show you something. Because you keep underestimating me, and you supposed to be the stallion on this, and I supposed to be the little wicked stepsis. Baby, I'm finna show you something. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, pop.
And it is what it is.
That's what I got out of it.
I never thought that Tory did that to her. I always thought that the girl did it because of the way things had transpired, the things I had heard. I always thought that she did it. And then when they said that she had the gunshot residue on her hands, I was like, oh yeah, she did it. And then probably gave him the toolie to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying? But you know.
Child, I would have loved to been here at this trial though. Like straight up.
Yes.
Straight up though. Let's see what else the lawyer got.
We are done. Kelsey is not done. She will be back tomorrow for another day of testimony. In fact, the opening direct examination by the prosecution of Kelsey started in the morning. It's still not finished. It's going to continue to tomorrow, and then we'll get cross-examination. Let me catch you up on what happened. Kelsey testified that everything that she had told prosecutors and investigators before, suggesting that Tory had shot at Meg, was a lie. That she did it, why? To protect herself. Why was she protecting herself? She didn't want to incriminate herself. And then there was this back and forth exchange that just kept going on. They were saying the same thing to each other. I don't know why the judge allowed it. The prosecutor's like, why? She's like, to protect myself. Why? To protect yourself from what? And she just kept saying, to protect myself. Finally, they moved on. The prosecutor's story basically comes down to this. They're introducing evidence that Kelsey seems to deny, but then doesn't seem to deny, as far as Tory making offers to say, hey, I'll give you this money when they're in the car and the police are coming up behind them and there's a helicopter overhead. Tory's like, yeah, I'll give you $1 million. Don't say anything. And she's like, I didn't take that. I didn't know what he was talking about. And then there's another meeting that happens later on between Tory and her. And she says, I didn't take any money. But she, at the same time, doesn't deny that offers were made. The other part that prosecutors are using and hanging their hat on are messages after the shooting where Kelsey is communicating with other people, including a key text message where Kelsey says, Tory shot Meg. That was sent to Meg's security guard. For the cross-examination, what I'm looking and expecting for the defense to do is basically pin Kelsey as the shooter. They're going to start with the gunshot residue. They're going to say she's got gunshot residue on her. And then they're going to start pointing out to all, and there are so many, I don't even think you can cover them all, of the inconsistencies in the stories between Meg and Kelsey. One of the biggest inconsistencies that I can't make any sense of is Meg says that she was out of the car alone. Kelsey says, no, we were both out of the car. She said that today in court. We were both out of the car when the shots happened. Kelsey vehemently denied that she saw any type of shooting, and she kind of kept saying that there were just gunshots that went off. She did not admit how. I think a juror is going to go one of two ways. A juror is going to look at this and say she's been paid off, she's lying for Tory, Tory's a criminal mastermind, guilty. I think a juror might look at her and say she's trying to protect herself from incriminating herself about being involved in this shooting. And so she's lying, and maybe she's the shooter, and that's enough for me to say reasonable doubt. The prosecution hasn't met their burden. We shall see. This case is not ending anytime soon. Stay tuned. We are done.
Right,
Kelsey is not.
I feel as if, and let me read this comment by Beautiful Sean. She shot her because why she protecting herself so much? This case ain't even about Tory no more. It's Meg versus Kelsey. My whole thoughts right there. That's my whole thoughts. Like, I have nothing else to say. That's my whole thoughts. I feel like it all was a situation that just turned bad because I'm tired of you being a friend that's not a friend.
Exactly. And
because at the end of the day,
situation. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say that again.
I said trying to bully her in this in the situation. In that moment, alcohol make people different or make their true selves come out. So she felt some kind of way in that situation, in that moment, and she was just like, "I'm over it, and I'm done."
And I don't feel like Kelsey felt the need to have any loyalty towards Meg anymore because she seen that she wasn't loyal to her. Which I don't know if they hook up with each other men all the time. I don't know if they do that. That may be something that they do, but to me, that's not a friendship. That's a whole ship.
That must be some newfangled stuff, because back in my time, in my day, you don't do that. Whoever, even if your friend met somebody like 15 years ago, that's still nasty.
Well, you know, some people do that. Some people sleep with their cousins' men or their sisters' men. Or like, I remember I ran this guy off because he tried to talk to me and two of my sisters. Bruh, if you don't get your little wet dog looking self out the way, bruh, what you think this is?
I know girls, I know them personally, who are sisters and cousins. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, then that's another show. We're gonna we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna start doing the new Jerry Springer shows because baby, that's Jerry Springer action.
That's just strange to me.
But not Stranger Things.
Have happened. Yes. Yes, ma'am, yes, God. Yes.
Yes. Let's see. I think the Lori got one more video that we can watch.
He be on it though.
All right, just getting back into the office today.
Oh no, that's it. That's it. That's actually it. But he will definitely be back tomorrow, and I can't wait to hear what he got to say because baby, he been keeping us up with the tea. Yeah, and that's what we all are looking for, okay?
Period.
So let's go on to our next topic. But before we go on to our next topic, let me also say this, y'all. Whatever it is that you decide that you want to do, whether it's a job, entrepreneurship, a book, whatever it is, go for it. You don't need the support of the people. The people that know you, them gonna be the people that's not gonna support you. Go for the people that don't know you. The people that don't know you are going to be the ones that's going to lift you high. And I want to give a shout out to all of the new followers that's on the Truth About the Boss, Brandon Brown Media and Photography, and B. Brown Revolutionary page, for the simple fact that I've been getting new followers every day from people I don't know. And I just appreciate it. You know, you just got to put it out there in the atmosphere. You can't be worried about what other people doing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you know what? Something else. Before we get into this next topic, have we all heard about Brittany Griner?
Oh, yeah.
I know we are heard about that. You know that she's home back in the US of A, shooting basketball like she ain't never left. 10 months, 10 months later, right? Because she got picked up in February. So it's about 294 days, it was said, right? So she's back home in the US and people are in a mini uproar.
Why?
Because she's free. Yes, that's good. Yeah.
So they want her to stay imprisoned.
I mean, well, you know, Paul Wheaton was allegedly supposed to be swapped in on this deal. I forget who he is, but they swapped him out for they swapped her out for Victor Blount, who was like an arms dealer and whatnot. Now, my thing is this. She had always been the safer option to send back home. Well, for him to stay there, he's the safer option. He is a heterosexual white male, where she is a black, masculine presenting lesbian woman. It's not safe for her to be over there at all. It wasn't safe because they denounce homosexuality like big time over there. And so I always thought like it was just like the better option, it's better and safer. And she didn't have no dealings in any kind of political like nefariousness. Like he had political things going on. She's just like an innocent bystander.
Yeah.
It happened to be picked up during a time of war. She was a political prisoner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't get the uproar. I'm glad she's home. I know her wife is happy. I'm just glad they're all together.
Me too. I mean, enough is enough. Like, give this lady her free. Give this lady her free.
294 days for a vape.
That's a lot. It's just a lot. It's a lot. So, at the end of the day, though, you know, it was a crime in their country, but I still feel like it was also a political type
Mm-hmm.
situation going on all in the same token. But I'm glad she home. She
Mm-hmm.
deserves to be home.
Mm-hmm.
Um, put him back where he belong,
That part.
and let's keep it moving. Whoever don't like it, baby, just go eat some dirt.
You be okay. On to the next
Yeah,
one.
because at the end of the day, she didn't deserve what she was getting over there. And guess what? I'm glad she cut her hair off because guess what? Now you get to start over new and fresh.
Mm-hmm. All
You
that
get to
negativity
start over.
out the brain.
Yeah, because ain't no telling what all you done picked up over there. But
Mm-hmm.
what you were saying about her hair is that it freezes over there because it's so cold,
Yeah.
right?
So cold. It was so cold that her hair would freeze. So to prevent any harm to her and her scalp, cut all the hair off.
Cool, not a problem. So let's get into this situation. Child, R.Kelly done released the album that he didn't even know he released, child.
Can he go away?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it in a way where I don't mean no harm, but
It is
make
what
sure
it
you at least learn how to read so people can't take advantage of you, because that's a lot of advantage being. He's been taken advantage of a lot because he can't read and he
is.
don't know much.
Mm-hmm.
So because he don't know much, and honey, they is weighing him out.
Through and
Said
through.
TMZ facts, TMZ reports album. I didn't drop any music. Um, it says right here, R. Kelly isn't admitting a damn thing when it comes to the I Admitted album that dropped Friday. Speaking from jail, he calls the recording a plot to screw him over in court.
Mm-hmm.
And it says TMZ obtained the audio. Kelly's attorney, Jennifer Bunjean, says he recorded Friday shortly after they met. The disgraced singer, I hate when they call him that, even though it's the truth, admittedly shuts down the notion he put out any music right now, but much less something with the lyrics I admitted, because he's trying to appeal his latest federal conviction. So, child.
I mean, why would he do that? Like, what's the purpose? And then they said someone just broke into his warehouse and stole a bunch of his masters.
Girl, like they just won't stop.
I mean, granted, the man is a deviant. Truly, he is. However, he's also a victim of circumstances. So it's just like perpetuating cycles.
Exactly.
The abused becomes the abuser.
Exactly. Let's listen to this audio, Sunshine, see what's popping.
Okay, what's going on right now is I just saw the news. I talked to Jennifer earlier today, and apparently somebody done faked an album called I Admit It and put it out there as if it was me putting it out. And I'm not putting out any albums. I haven't put out any albums. I'm not even having any interest in putting out any albums because my only focus is the appeal and everything else. But it seems like somebody wants this album out to mess with the appeal, because why would I put an album out called I Admit It? Okay, so that's right there. It makes no damn sense. So I just want people to know, and Jennifer let people know, and whoever let them know that that's not my album. I wouldn't even put an album out right now while I'm dealing with all of this stuff anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I hope people recognize my voice and know that. Okay, so yeah, that and I wish they had found out who did it and who's putting it out there, because they also, on top of that, they're probably making money off of it. And it's just messed up. And then it happens to come at the time I'm working on my appeal that an album comes out that's supposed to be for me called I Admit It. It's just really just fucked up. It just really is, man. And if standing here looking in the mirror, saying damn to myself, I should have known the day would come. She would find somebody else, and all the things I took her through.
Terrence gets on my nerves so
This is my
bad.
voice, and I would never put an album out right now. And I definitely ain't gonna put a damn album out called I Admit It.
Well, he still got them vocals. Let me give it to him on that. I know he didn't put it out. You remember I told you, Sunshine, from the jump. I said, why would he do that? I said, I don't think he did that.
It sounded like even the title. I admitted that I was like, that's some shenaniganries.
And girl, look at the cover art.
Come on now, that's childish. It's childish. AF.
Child.
Why would he
It's
do
so
that? I
sad,
mean,
though.
don't get it wrong. Kels has made some music when he's beaten charges or when things have happened and he's gotten over some things. He's made some really questionable songs with some questionable, but to just be blatant and be like, yeah, I did it, and what? No.
You know, I hate it for him because he had everything going for himself. And now that you're in your older age and you're, of course you're gonna get older, everything has just, and baby, you don't need this picture at all. But now everything that you have worked so hard for and you have done in your life is just now down to a nothing.
Well, that's because he was a sexual deviant. It's like you can't prey upon young girls and then not suffer the consequences of your actions.
That's right, because he had plenty enough time to straighten it out and fix it.
And there's a whole bunch of grown ass women that liked Kels, like over the age of 18, 21 even.
Yeah.
And he could have hooked up with them kind of girls, but he likes the young ones, and that's not the thing to do.
Right. And once again, I want to ask everyone to go like the page, share the video, like the video, and also a word from the sponsor.
It's the truth about a boss.
Yes, 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 and yes. So, honey, let this be a lesson to you, honey. Get them demons under control, baby. Why are we speaking on demons? Here we got another Bill Cosby lawsuit. I'm over it before I even start talking about it.
Ciao.
Go ahead, Sunshine. I'm going to give you the lead, baby, because I ain't got time.
Well, once again, decades and decades later, 5 new women, all linked to the Bill Cosby show, are claiming that Mr. Cosby drugged them and raped them. Now, mind you, this was all long time ago. Now, these women, actor Lily Bernard, she appeared in an episode of the Cosby Show. She said that he drugged and raped her in New Jersey in 1990. And then months later, once again in Nevada. Then,
and for those that don't know, this is her picture right here. This is it.
That is Lily Bernard. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then we have Eden Trill. I want to say her name is Trill.
Yeah, this is her right here.
Yeah. She was offered a small role on the Cosby Show without having any acting experience whatsoever, supposedly. And she said that Mr. Cosby pressured her numerous times to have lunch with him in his private dressing room in 1989. She said he touched her breasts without her consent and forcibly pressed his male organ into her back. This was in 1989. Okay? This is 2022. Also, aspiring actor Jewel Glittens said that in or around the late 1980s, Cosby invited her to his home in Manhattan, where she was given what she said was a tainted glass of wine. She said she felt sluggish and alleged that he sexually assaulted her with his fingers and ejaculated from the encounter. This is in the late 1980s. Also, a Miss Jennifer Thompson, an aspiring model at the time. She said she was 18 in the late 1980s when he grabbed her hand and forcibly placed it on his male organ. He also made the victim masturbate him without her consent.
What about this one?
Sandra Ladd. She was a platonic friend of Cosby and said the actor drugged her in approximately 1969 and allegedly, and raped her while she was passed out. Now, one of these women, I forget which one said it, and I cannot find the news article to reference it, so I will not say a specific name. One of the women said that she had awakened from her drunken stupor and there was a pillow placed over her face. Now, I don't mean no harm. However, there could never be a time, I don't care who you are, what kind of prestige you have, what kind of influence you have over anything. If you are trying to do something to my person that is out of my boundary, out of my scope of, like, it's uncomfortable, I'm not going to allow decades upon decades to go past after I've benefited from said encounter to be like, oh, he raped me, or he touched me, or he when I leave there, I'm going to go to the police station. I don't care who you are.
Facts.
So I've always wanted to know if it's about justice, why didn't you want justice back then when he was basically a nobody? Exactly. And you're coming up with these lawsuits now, which you're suing them for millions of dollars.
Exactly. Like, I just don't see the reasoning behind any of this. Because, like, why you wait so long?
I mean, how do you guys feel? That's how I feel. I want to know, because some people, oh, you're harsh and you can't tell a victim. Honey, I've been a victim, and like, bam, boom, same day, boom. Like, I don't care who you are. So from one victim to another, like, same day. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think that these decades and decades long waits, what does that mean? Why do you wait so long to say
tell your story? Yes, to say something.
And then my thing is this: you could have prevented other women from going through these situations.
Facts.
If you had said something could have been done. If you weren't a willing participant of said shenanigans, because sometimes some people need certain things to loosen up, to perform actions to get to them to where they want to be. It used to be called a casting couch.
Right.
I'm not down for assassinating somebody's character, or, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, look at the Pop from Seventh Heaven. That show never got taken off the air. And he assaulted 15-year-old children. He was never dragged through the mud. His show was never canceled. And you know what? Not to like veer to like all the way left. One of the girls left the show, no warning. Jessica Biel was on that show. Remember, she also went through a whole bunch of like stuff after she left that show. It was never named the people who he had assaulted. So one wants to wonder.
So what do you think was the reasonings behind that? I mean, not to state the obvious, but what do you think?
Oh, because, and then that's also my thing. Back in 1969, who was Bill Cosby for real? Like, you didn't like, when did he become popular? When did he become Bill Cosby? Back in the 60s, I'm sorry, ain't no black man raping no white woman getting away with it. I don't care who you is.
No, I don't care who you is.
Mind my business.
I don't care who you is, baby.
But I'm not. Because I'm just saying. If you weren't, and that's, I find I don't care how people take this, because this is how I feel. I'm gonna say how I feel. You can't criminalize someone for a behavior that you participated in, benefited from, and then want to feel bad about decades later. You can't do that. Like, if you're benefiting from a situation, you allowed that to occur. I would never allow it to happen. And I'm telling somebody, I'm not meeting no man in no hotel. I ain't meeting no man after it's called business hours for a
Facts.
reason.
Facts. Tell it.
I'm not meeting anyone by myself. I'm a 5'3" female. That's just stupid. And I don't mean no harm, but I'm going to say this as well. As we can all see, I am a woman. We all see this. We all know this, right? A lot of women take solace in being able to be a victim.
Facts.
They take solace in being able to cry victimhood when things happen to them, not of their own action or lack of action. You have to be safe. You have to, we should be able to live in a world where everyone is a millionaire. There was no suffering. There was no cancer. There was no nothing. It was full of happiness, rainbows, glitter, and unicorns. And everything sparkles. And it was purple because I would love that shit. However, we don't live in that world. We live in a world where you have to maintain your own safety. I ain't finna walk down no, I mean, I might. Because I ain't finna walk down no dark alleyway drunk out and about all late at night. Because I know something could happen to my person.
Thanks.
I'm going to maintain my safety because I know that there are dirtbags out there and people that are trying to prey upon women just in general and period. Sex trafficking is real. Still.
Very much so. Get caught up if you want to.
Period. Yeah. Like you have to be your own bodyguard. People have to stop, not people, women have to stop waiting on some knight in shining pickup truck, armor, SUV, motorcycle, tricked out, whatever, to come and rescue you from danger.
Facts. I mean, you're just being so descriptive. I can't help it.
I'm just saying. I get tired of it because they're like, oh well, you a woman. I know do you not see me? I know I'm a female. I know I'm a woman. I'm a girl. I am a woman, and I walk in safety. I'm not fitting to go and get sloshed out of my mind at some bar across town with people I don't know is going to make sure I get home safe or not. If I want to get drunk, I will get drunk in my own house. I could pass out wherever the hell I please.
Yeah.
I have to worry about my safety in my own house.
Yeah. You know what? Sunshine. It's completely upset, but your hair looks red tonight.
I know, right? I think it's the balance, and it's the fact that my color is fading out. Boss, disrespectful, coming at, you see the roots. You see my roots. We ain't gonna talk about my roots. Shh. Shh. Don't talk about it. The color is coming in the mail. It's coming in the mail. Don't do me. Don't do me. Don't do me.
It looks red. It looks red. And you know, mine is definitely fading away. My purple, I can barely see purple. But
yeah, that's because when you mix blue and red, you get purple. The blue is gone. And then I got on the red shirt. Don't do me. I feel attacked.
You do look red though. But yeah, you're right. You ain't gonna go get sloshed out your mind, toe up from the floor up, swinging and banging with a group of people you don't know these folks hanging out. Then you don't know how you finna get home because you can't drive. So you expect a total stranger to take care of you?
No.
I just don't understand that. And then it don't matter who you are. Do you think I'm gonna show up at your door after hours just for a chance in a little movie or something. Like, you got to stop having that type of mentality. Make it happen for yourself. Like, I personally don't even like to depend on people. I personally just like to make things happen for myself because I don't trust people like that.
Me neither.
I don't trust people. I done had so many people disappoint me, let me down, honey. To hell with these people.
I've had many people try some things and they found out the wrong way that I may be little, but I'm spunky. I'm just saying. So all that cash to call crap, you got me stupid.
You like Minute Mike, ain't it?
Listen, Mighty Mouse, make it do what it do. I fight. For real, you can't do that. Stop being. Just stop being a victim.
Stop being a victim. Well, that basically concludes our show. My words of inspiration for tonight is exactly what I've been on all day. Quit allowing people to know your every move, because those same people that you are telling your moves are the same people saying, I hope she don't do it. I hope she don't do it. Baby, just pop up, let it be done already. Pop up in done mode. You know, everybody's just not rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know for a fact people not rooting. I know for a fact people not rooting, but they still hanging around. Because when you do make it, guess what they want to do? They want to latch on to you. Why do you think when people do make it so many times, they turn their back on their hometown like, F all y'all? Because they treated them a certain type of way when they was trying to make it.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. Like, I will always remember the few people that have supported me. And I'm going to, you wait, when we blow up, Sunshine, it's going to be a handful of people that going to be on the team. Watch and see. Only a handful, not you fake ones. Because I
got a dot on my team. A dot. The dot. This is the dot.
But trust me, it's coming, because Sunshine is a witness. Everything I've said I was going to do, has it not been done? Because guess what? That's who make things happen for me. God, let thy will be done, baby. Not the people. I don't worry about y'all. I put all my trust in God. And slowly but surely, one after another, one after another, one after another, I got the witness right there. So when I do get to the point where I'm at millionaire status, I'm going to make sure I help the people that helped me when I was this big. Just by even liking a status, just by even saying, keep going, B, I see you. Or if you just pop in and say, good show, or you just share something. Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of haters out there. And that's my words of inspiration right there.
My first word is we have an inbox. If y'all know some messiness of things that we need to know, throw it in our inbox. We might give you information, number one. And number two, you never truly know what someone is going through. You never know how even a genuine smile or a kind word can truly change someone's perspective. I know this because it's happened to me. I have prevented with a kind word a person from unaliving themselves. You never know how just you being you, just a stranger in the street, you can help someone. You can change life. You can lessen their burden. Even these times of COVID, a simple embrace of true genuineness can really help someone in their time of need. Be that person. You ain't got to be that person all the time. You ain't got to walk around like your life is full of bubbles and sparkles and things. You don't have to just be one person. I challenge you, one person a day. Tell one new person something beautiful about themselves. Tell them how they inspire you, how just anything to shed light into the life of, and even yourself. One person. Tell one person something beautiful every single day.
That's right. That's
my
right. Well, Sunshine, we are nearing to the end of the year. And with that being said, I want to say thank you for being a part of the team. You've definitely been a good team member to me. Today is the 14th. The end of this year is on the 31st. We basically got 2 more weeks and 3 days before this year is over with. And I just want to say, I see big things happening for us in the future.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, God. Claim that. I do too. Every day.
I claim it. So with
Every
that
day.
being said, like I said, I just want to thank you, because it's not very often that you can get people to be on your team that will go as hard as you go. And, you know, every time I ask you to do something or help me with this or help me with that, you right there every single time without hesitation. And I just appreciate that. I appreciate that. I mean, you don't owe me no loyalty at all. But at the end of the day, I've seen it from day one. And once I ask you, because let me just tell y'all, first of all, Sunshine do not like to be in the forefront.
I don't. I hate all this. This right here, you see how my face all red? I don't like that.
I pushed her to the forefront. I did because I knew she got what it takes to be a personality. Like, her mindset and her verbiage is top notch. So I'm like, you the host. Come on with it. Of course, I was gonna do it all by myself, but with her, I just like her mindset. You know, she's very intelligent and well spoken on a lot of things, and that gives me something to bounce off of. So, but at the end of the day, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Got me blushing, little dimple showing and stuff. Thanks, boss. Appreciate you.
Well, with that being said, that wraps up our show. Talk About Tuesday is not going anywhere. Let me make sure y'all understand that the only thing is it's basketball season, and I got to get it crunk with my nieces and nephews. And with that being said, before we get off of air, let me just give y'all a taste of what my nieces and nephews can do. Look out for them. I have nieces at Winterboro High School, and then I have a nephew at Sylacauga High School. And yes, I am looking to see them be heavily recruited in the things that they do, because they are really good at what they do. And I'm going to support them 100%. I go to the games, I take pictures, I film for them, you know, just so they can be seen. This is not for me. This is for them. Mm-hmm. I got a million other things that I could be doing, but I do it so they won't have to worry about asking nobody else. I do it for free.
I did have the pleasure of seeing her nieces and nephew play. Them girls, they play beautiful ball. Beautiful ball. Katie Bop is my favorite. I'm sorry. I can't help that. She be.
So this is my nephew, number 12. That's Eric O'Neal with the 3 jumper. Whack up. As you can see, that's Brandy B. On the edit. That's CJ Franklin. He's another really good prominent basketball player that also is on the team with my nephew.
Wow.
Ain't everybody giving you wow? Once again, let's check it out. That's CJ Franklin. He's a good point guard. My nephew, boom, at the 3-point line with the no-brainer.
Wow.
It's the sound effects for me. I'm sorry.
I love it. So then you scroll on that. And mind you, y'all make sure y'all go follow Brandy Brown Media Photography. Y'all see the page. I'm popping. I don't stop. Then you go right here. This is my niece and her team, Winterboro High School. Let's check them out. That's my niece right there. Number 4, honey. I'm talking about the unstoppable 9th grade Caitlin Brown, baby. And when you see her, she's in motion all the time. Like
Yes,
she rebounds,
yes.
she steals the ball, she boxes out, she directs her team, she hits her free throws. Like she does it all. Literally, I cannot make this up. Yep. And this team is really young. Most of everybody is seventh through ninth graders. They got one senior. So as y'all can see, she don't quit. Look, she missed the shot and came back to throw the ball. Come on now.
I'm sorry. Nothing
Pull up
beats,
at the three. Come on now.
I'm sorry. Nothing beats that shot that game I was in. I felt it in my spirit. So she about to house somebody.
Yeah, when she hit that 3-pointer that I missed because I was watching. So I just want to encourage these children to keep doing their thing. You know, at the end of the day, everything happens the way it's supposed to. You know, here's a few pictures that I took during the game. But that's Caitlin Brown right there, y'all. And I strongly feel like she's gonna get a scholarship to wherever you know she really wants to go. All we got to do at this point is to just make sure she's seen. So that's why I do what I do, to make sure these children be seen. All right.
Gotta say this out.
You want to take us out with some sage?
And a little positive word real quick.
Okay, go right ahead. I love positive words.
It is the holidays, and a lot more often than not, more people do suffer from mental health and suicidal ideations around this time of year because they do not have family to love and support and cherish them. I want anyone that can see this or hear me to know that even though I don't know you, I believe in your light, and I believe that you can shine as bright as anyone ever imagined. That there is nothing that you don't put your efforts to and your true, genuine efforts into that you will not fail at. And no matter how many times you fail, it's how you get up that matters. Perfection learns you nothing. You learn nothing by being perfect. Every failure is a lesson, and those lessons lead to better lives. So remember, breathe in the positivity and breathe out all the bullshit.
Come on with it. I like that. And that's definitely a good word to leave off of. So once again, y'all heard what she said. I don't have to repeat it. But thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys next time. Always and forever, be Brown the Revolutionary.
And Sunshine La Reina.
Yes. Millionaire Pending. See you on the next live.